Hi everybody, Simon here. Moving to Thailand from the UK. Checklist. What I'm going to do in this video and possibly some following videos is put together the information that I've had to go through to emigrate to Thailand. Now some of this will be applicable to you, but if you're outside of the UK there might be some slightly different variations. But I'm going to run through everything I can. Hopefully, if I've missed something, you can jog my memory, put a comment below. Or maybe you've missed something and this will help you. Money is probably the most important thing to sort out before you go. Now, I had a problem. My bank, when I told them I was moving to Thailand, they said that, sorry, we're going to close your account. We're not interested if you're going to be an expat. A few banks are like this, so immediately I had to open a new bank account, and I came up with a branch or a part of the Co-op bank in the UK, an online company they call smile.co.uk. Current account, debit card, even put an overdraft facility on there, ever so easy to open up, and they're happy with me living in Thailand. So closing my Halifax, putting everything that I need to in the Smile account, great. If your bank are happy with you going to Thailand and keeping your UK bank account with them open, it is going to be a good idea to have a UK bank account. You'll need to obviously cancel all direct debits, and if you've got any things like insurance policies, life insurance and things, they will only allow you to carry on if you've got a UK bank account, so check into that. But once you've got a bank account in the UK that are happy with you being in Thailand, you need to give them as much details as you can about Thailand, and also if you've already got a Thai bank account, you can hook the two together and do a test run sending some money across to that account. But once your bank know you're going and you've got all the details given to them, the next stage will be moving money to Thailand. Now, are you going to move all your money to Thailand? Are you going to leave it in the UK? And which way are you going to go? It's a tricky one. With Thai bank accounts, they're pretty safe, but you're probably better to spread money about if you've got a fair bit amongst a few bank accounts, a few Thai bank accounts. It's easy to send money to Thailand from the UK, very easy. However, the costs can vary considerably, and the exchange rate makes a little bit of a difference. Now, I found with the new Smile account, if I send, let's say, so I can get my marriage visa, I need 400,000 Thai baht in a Thai bank account. So that's about £9,200 on today's rates. If I send that with my bank account straight to Thai bank accounts, the costs and the exchange rates, I lose a little bit of money. So what I've done, I've opened another bank account, and it's a company called TransferWise. I've talked about it many times. You can have an account with them to send money to Thailand, and you can have a borderless account, which is free, which gives you a UK bank account number, and you can put money in there, and when you're ready you send it down to Thailand in Thai baht. After checking fees and things, that money I want to send to Thailand, it's easier, I get more money if I drop it into TransferWise, the £9,200, and then send it to Thailand. I get a better exchange rate, no hidden costs, works out cheaper, and I land a little bit more money. So having a TransferWise account can maybe save you money, and it's free. The borderless account, if you've got any salaries coming in from anywhere, whether it be things like PayPal or any businesses you have in the UK, or people want to give you money, if you have the borderless account you can put the money to there and then just send it down when the exchange rates rise. If you're sending from your UK bank account to Thailand, there's quite often a charge, 20, 30, 40 pounds for each transaction. So worth looking into the different, slightly different bank accounts for sending money if you intend to leave money in the UK. If you're moving all your money to the Thailand, you still will need to keep a UK bank account open just in case. So you're going to have to leave a bit there. Don't forget, cancel direct debits and things closer to the moving date. Things like poll tax for your house and electric, water, gas, or utility bills and things like that. And then you'll have to obviously close everything down at the end. So my advice is check with your bank in the UK. They're okay with you living in Thailand. Open up a TransferWise account and a borderless account, just so you've got a second account if there's any problems. Also check with any pensions that you have, because paying money, they can pay it into your UK account, but they can also pay it direct to Thai account. So double check on that. If you need your money, if you're of retirement age and you've got the government pension, get them to send it straight to the Thai account. I think it works out better. Now, if you're working or self-employed, whatever it is, you are going to have to let the government know you're emigrating. And if you go to the gov.uk website, there is a tab there for I'm leaving the country, moving abroad. Now, if you're employed, you've got to give your notice in before you leave. You will get a P45. Worth checking on the Gov website, you might be due a refund, a rebate. Well worth filling the form in and seeing. You have to let the government, the tax office, know through the website, and also it stops your national insurance contributions. You can continue paying the NI, national insurance contributions, from abroad, but again, on that website it shows you all about your pensions. Everything's on there. You can see what money you will get when you retire if you're moving before retirement age. But you must let the government, tax and national insurance know you're moving. It's a must. If you're self-employed like me, you can only tell them you're finishing self-employment 7 days before you finish. And again, then the national insurance is sorted out, and you'll have to put a final year's books in, or the part year. You'll have to put a final self-assessment form in to clear up the tax, and then you might get a tax bill which you've got to clear. But you'll probably find that happen after you move, but you can do it all online through the government gateway ID they'll give you. So go to gov.uk, register, and you'll get all that. Let them know it's an important thing. Change of address. Now, you're still going to get post when you move abroad. You'll forget things. Put a family or friend's address, a change of address. Let companies know. You've already told the bank, but everyone has to know. And if you can give an address in Thailand, by all means do that. But a lot of the things, all the utilities companies and all that, providing you've paid the final bill and told them to move, they won't send you post. But I'm sure we're going to forget something. Things like your driving licence in the UK, you need to change the address on that to a UK address if you're moving. Because if you leave it on the old address and you sell the house or rent it out, you know, you're not going to see the post. The things like pensions, again, change of address. You have to tell everybody you're changing address. There is no simple website, just bang, doesn't happen. And I keep finding things I've got to change my address on, getting nearer the date. Family and friends, giving them your contact details in Thailand, ways they can get hold of you. Now, Skype, WhatsApp, Facebook, they're the best ways. Messenger, because it's free over the internet to do video calls. But postal address and phone numbers. If you've not got a phone number in Thailand, when you land and you get a SIM card or phone number in the house, you've obviously got to tell everyone. So think about doing an email to all your contacts. Lawyers, this is another thing. In the UK, you need to let your lawyer know. Maybe you've got a will there, something to do with property, or if you're renting a house out, they need contact details. So it might well be worth creating an email with all your details and putting it out to all the relevant people by email. Talking about lawyers, this then brings you onto your will. Now again, we're talking about UK. I don't know abroad, different countries, but here in the UK, if you've got a UK will, if you moved abroad, you really need to go and make a new will in Thailand. So you need to find a Thai lawyer. You could, if you find a Thai lawyer, you can pass the information of both lawyers to each other. But it comes along to things like prenup agreement. If you're marrying a Thai person, prenups, I believe, count for nothing in the UK if they're made in Thailand. So you've got to check all that with the lawyers. If you've got some assets in the UK and something in Thailand, and that final day comes, things need to be put in place. So think carefully about your will and lawyers. But I do suggest you get a lawyer in Thailand. They're not a huge expense. They will happily do your will and put everything across to the UK as well if needed, and talk to the UK lawyers. But it's another thing. And pensions and life insurances, things like that, you need to give copies to the Thai lawyer as well in case there's any problems. Otherwise they're not going to know about it. So I do recommend get a Thai lawyer, get them talking to your UK lawyer, get that set in place. You just never know. Another area is health. Your medical records, your doctor. Depending on your age, and this applies for anyone in the world, when you move to Thailand, it's a minefield. Medical insurance, hospitals, doctors, an absolute minefield. I can't answer the questions yet. I've done like so many people, I've researched online, I've talked to a few people, but it's still so cloudy. What I'm going to do when I get to Thailand is I'm going to visit hospitals, medical centres, companies that do medical insurance, and I'll make videos about it. We'll get all the prices, we'll do the research together, and see which fits, if it's reasonable costs. But it's not a bad idea, once you've got medical insurance and maybe a doctor set up in Thailand, of getting your medical records, especially if you've got any conditions, things, ongoing conditions, sent across. Now I don't know how this works. Luckily I'm of reasonably good health, so I'll just take my address from my doctor in the UK and hand it to my local, in my case, witch doctor in the village, the lady, just in case she needs anything. So now if you're on any form of medication from your doctors, you'll need to talk to your doctor and check about moving to Thailand. Maybe they have a way of liaising with Thailand, with a hospital or pharmacies or doctors, and can help you arrange a continuation of your any medicine you're taking. So I can't help you, but I will try and find out once I'm in Thailand about this sort of thing with health and medical. Next thing on the checklist, passport. UK passport, usually valid for 10 years. If your passport is going to expire in the next year or so, I would recommend it's about £75 to apply for a new passport. Get a new 10-year passport, and I would also recommend they give you a choice where you can have extra pages in your passport, a thicker passport, pay the extra couple of pounds, get the thicker passport, because with visas in Thailand they tend to take up a whole page, and you could soon fill your passport. You can get your passport, UK passport, renewed in Thailand, but it's a lot of mucking about through the embassy in Bangkok. So sort your passport out. The next thing off the passport is your visa for arriving in Thailand. depending on your circumstances, you need to get your visa in place, ideally from the UK, so London, Thai embassy. You can do it by post. Is get your visa sorted. Now when you've applied for your visa, whichever visa it is, for instance I'm getting a non-immigrant O visa, 90-day single entry, costs £60 with all the postage costs. Once I arrive, I have 90 days. After 60, I'll then go to the immigration, change it to a marriage visa. Once you apply to the Thai embassy in London for your visa, after they've granted it, you have 3 months from that date they grant it to go to Thailand. So you need to travel within 3 months of you getting your visa. Once you land, they stamp it, your visa starts then. So I then get 90 days from when I land, and that's the start of it. So visa, that's your passport covered. Driving license, UK driving license. Again, they have expiry dates depending if you've got the card and the paper type or just the card. Check your UK driving license. You should have quite a bit of time on it, but depends on your age and everything. Go onto the website, the driving license website, and see if you can renew it, extend it. At a certain age they make you do it every year, so if you're getting towards that age, just make sure it's valid now when you travel, and at the same time go and get an international driving permit online from the AA or the RAC or the post office, or you can go to major post office branches. You check online at their site and they issue you an international driving permit there and then. £5.50 I think I paid. It took 5 minutes, and I just needed to take my passport as ID, the £5.50, a photo, and they made it just there and then. So your UK license has to be valid to get the international driving permit. Once you get to Thailand, you take your international driving permit to the driving centres in Thailand, and you can make a Thai driving license for the vehicles and motorcycles that your UK license allows you to ride or drive. If you want to get a different type of vehicle that you haven't got a license for, you can take the test in Thailand. So make sure your UK driving license, if you're maybe 70 or older, that license will need renewing, but make sure it's okay when you travel, so you get the international driving permit and then can get your license in Thailand. I'm not sure the laws in Thailand on the Thai driving licenses about ages, but I'm pretty sure the first license you get is for 1 year in Thailand. You renew it, I believe it's then a 5-year license they give you, but I may be wrong. By all means, pop comments below on any of these subjects, put me right, help me, and any thoughts and comments. But driving licenses, yeah, you're probably going to still, even if it's just riding a scooter around, you're going to probably want some form of transport. So the passport, sort that out, sort your driving licenses out, and your visa, get those done. If you got a vehicle in the UK, you're going to sell it, don't forget to cancel the insurance, because you might get a refund, and the road tax, you might get a refund as well. Okay, on that one. Now, the actual moving to Thailand, you've got the decisions. Maybe you've got a house in the UK you're going to rent out, or you're going to sell. All that's straightforward. But you've got a house full of goods. You've got to decide whether you're going to sell everything, give it away, give it to charity, throw it away, whichever, or you're going to move it to Thailand with you. Now, we've chosen to take certain items with us. Finding a good moving company, I researched for a couple of months and I contacted quite a few companies, and I came up with a company called Move Corp. I will, if I remember, put the details below. But as a guide, 200 cubic feet, which is about 40 square meters, I believe, park container is going to cost me £1,150. door to door. So a company will turn up, a van, 2 guys will come in, they'll put all my boxes that I've packed into their van. Any large items they will pack, put in the van, and off they go. They'll then load it at their headquarters into the container, ship it. They give you all, by email, they give you all the paperwork you need to fill in, to say what's in the boxes, etc. Goods arrive in Bangkok port, customs clear it all, then another moving company that Move Corp have sorted out from Thailand will pick the goods up and deliver to your house in Thailand. All for that price of $11.50, door to door. There could be some hiccups. Watch my other videos of worries and things I've got. But so far, they've been great. But do you move stuff to Thailand? You've got to make that decision yourself. You know, is it worth selling stuff and buying new in Thailand, or have you got stuff you want to take? Once you've made that decision, it's a pretty straightforward process, the actual moving, packing. Now, one of the things worth mentioning, because I'm married to a Thai national, even though she's now a British citizen, as she's returning back to her home country, she is allowed to bring used personal effects free and no tax or customs duties, but they must be used, over 6 months old. All the boxes have to be marked appropriately, used personal effects, and a declaration signed which Move Corp give you, and hopefully no duties. So put the stuff in your wife's name or partner's name if they're Thai moving the stuff. One tip for you. And as I said, I'll try and remember to put the Move Corp details below. One thing I've remembered is mobile phone. In the UK, I've got a contract. I need to pay that contract off. Luckily it's finishing about the same time. It's unlocked my phone so I can put a Thai SIM in it. But if I don't pay that contract off and I forget to, the mobile phone company in the UK will turn that phone off and lock it, so it won't be any use to you in Thailand. So make sure you cover your mobile phone contract and pay all your utility bills, all your final bills. It's a pain, but it's got to be done. The next thing is finding flights. Question keeps coming up. We're flying direct. We've chosen Eva Air, and as a rough guide, we're flying in March before Easter. Prices at £341 each, one way. We have bought one-way tickets. Because I've got a visa already in place that I did by post through the Thai embassy in London, I can travel on a one-way airplane ticket. Now if you buy a one-way airplane ticket and don't have a visa in place, you're trying something like a visa on arrival, etc., you might have a problem. The airline might not take you. Look into it, check with the airline. Because we're moving, we're not intending coming back for a holiday within a year. It's cheaper to do it as a one-way ticket and then buy return flights back to the UK from Thailand once we're there. As far as me, the way I find flights, after all these years, I use Skyscanner. Again, I'll try and remember to put a link below, but I got a Skyscanner, it brings up all the prices, and I'll compare it with the direct airlines. So Eva Air, I went to their website directly and had a look at the prices, and through Skyscanner and through an agent it was much cheaper, and I checked with Thai Airs and the other ones, but I use Skyscanner and I find it great. So that's how I did it with our flights. That's about it to this point where we're getting ready to move. So as I mentioned, as I go further on, I'll add to this list and I'll make potentially other videos. But if there's anything there that you think I've missed, please comments below. I have got a big list that I've put on Google Documents and I'm working my way through the list, but I'm sure I forgot something. Drop some comments below, that'd be great. Also, give me a thumbs up, a like on the video if you could. It all helps the analytics and helps the channel grow. If you haven't subscribed, there's a link below and there's a subscribe button, hit that. And for those of you that want notifications when I upload videos, there's a little bell next to the subscribe button. If you hit that, you'll get notifications when I go live, doing the live streams, or I upload any videos. And share the video, that would be great. Help me grow the channel. I'll see you on the next video, and thanks for watching. I hope this is going to help you.